Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game of the Week here. It is going to be the Boston Red Sox visiting Comiskey Park for the second time of this three-game series, as the Red Sox take on the White Sox. This was a pretty fun one the last time out. The White Sox had a good rally going towards the back end of the game, but the Red Sox and Adolis Garcia were able to hold on and take game one of this three-game series. This should be a fantastic one here today. On the mound for the White Sox will be none other than Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray, I believe, his last game that he pitched was actually back in Series 1. Yes, it was. He, I want to say, took the mound in Game 2, Detroit versus the White Sox. Went down as a no decision. We'll have to wait and see how he does here against Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete Crow Armstrong batting .285 to begin the season. 2 RBI, a stolen base, and a homer for him so far during this campaign. The sweeper is behind him there to start things off. That was kind of risky. Getting a bit risky at Comiskey. Sonny Gray here with his first offering of the game. Here's pitch number 2. And that one, outside sinker, swung on and missed for strike one. That one foul. Coming up next, we do have the Miami Marlins visiting the Brewers once again. From the Field of Dreams, Pete Crow Armstrong is going to go down swinging. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Here's I was going to say we'll have a look at the rest of the order here for the Red Sox. I don't believe we will for the time being. Next up, however, will be none other than Ketel Marte. Ketel Marte batting 1 for 8 so far in the season. It's not been a very hot start for him. Hopefully, for his sake, he can get into gear here. Chicago, coming into today's game, 0-3 on the season, -5 in the win differential. Sorry, in the run differential. Red Sox 2-1. Mariners went 2-2 so far against Toronto. Toronto 1-1. Detroit is the only remaining undefeated team in the American League, albeit only having played 2 games. This is their bye week. As that one foul. 2-2 to Ketel Marte. That one's going to be in the dirt. Marte will swing. Throw from Jeffers at first. And that will be the second out. So Marte begins the season 1 for 9. It's not been a fantastic start to the season at all for him. Coming up next, however, is Rafael Devers. Well, he's 1 for 7 as well. That one smacked hard but foul. Tell you what, that looks to be one of the problems for the Red Sox here in the early days of the season. They've got 4 batters out of their starting 9 are actually batting over 200. Ball. 2 of which, that being Cody Bellinger and Wilyer Abreu, still have actually yet to record a hit on the season. That one hit to the ground right side. Oh, not necessarily into the glove of Torkelson. However, eventually thrown to first, and that is finally going to be the third out. That was a difficult play there for Torkelson, but he made it happen. 3 up, 3 down for the Red Sox. Over to the bottom half of the inning. Stepping up to the mound will be Jacob deGrom. Now, it did look initially as if deGrom was going to have a bit of a difficulty against the Seattle Mariners in Game 2 of the series. Of course, the Red Sox did win that game. It was also a no decision for deGrom. Stepping in for the White Sox will be Trey Turner, 2 for 7 to begin the season. Ball. And that one inside. That one foul. Trey Turner, as I said, batting .285 on the season. Third offering from deGrom. Nope. High fastball. Inside, 3-1 the count. Ronald Acuna Jr. getting ready to step up to the plate for Chicago. 3-1 to Turner. That one is hit, but it does go foul. DeGrom only started one game of last season. It was Game 5 of the World Series, in which he actually had a very good outing. The bats for Atlanta went cold, and that brought the title to south side of Chicago as the White Sox took the World Series in Season 1. That one's going to be popped in the air out towards left. Under it will be Wilyer Abreu, and the catch is made for the first out. Here's a look at the order then for the White Sox. Coming up next, Ronald Acuna Jr., 0 for 7 to start the season. Corbin Carroll following, he's hot. Jose Ramirez, no homo. Nick Castellanos after Jose Ramirez at the cleanup spot. Then it's Christian Yelich batting 6th. JT Realmuto 7th. Spencer Torkelson 8th. And Nico Horner rounding out the order. Ronald Acuna Jr., ice cold to begin this season. 0 for 7.
That's a ball.
It has not been the kind of starts to the campaign here. And the curveball off the plate. Check swing, but the slider finds the zone anyway.
2-1.
2-1 to Acuna. And that one is hit pretty well, tracking towards the wall out in left. Abreu will be back under it to make the catch, and it's an 0 for 8 start to the season for Ronald Acuna Jr. Not too well for him here, and that's a problem that we have seen for the Chicago White Sox. Here's Corbin Carroll. Now, I said he was hot. He is red hot at the moment. 3 for 6 to begin the season. 2 extra base hits, 2 RBI. He does lead the White Sox in both those categories, save for JT Realmuto, also with 2 extra base hits on the season. That one, I think, is going to be popped into very shallow right, and yep, that one, unfortunately, for Carroll, is going to fall into the glove of Cody Bellinger. So 3 up, 3 down for both sides to begin this one. As Corbin Carroll, Ronald Acuna, and Trey Turner all find some difficulty to begin the game. Alex Bregman stepping up now. He's batting .250 on the season so far. I believe his first 2 hits of the season actually came in the Game 1 of this series. It's either him or... No way, it was Bregman. I'm not wrong about that. 0-1 as the first one finds the zone. Here's the 14th offering of the game from Gray. That one's going to be hit up the right side there into the glove of Torkelson at first. That's a good play from the second baseman, Nico Horner, as Alex Bregman goes down. Dansby Swanson up next. Dansby Swanson, 1 for 7 to begin the campaign. That one, well, I tell you what, if he got better contact on that, better timing anyway, I think it definitely could have had something good at the end of it there. Unfortunately, that goes as a foul ball for strike 1. That one's going to be hit up to Horner again, into the glove, thrown to first. 2 up, 2 down immediately here. So Jake Berger stepping up now. He's only 1 for 5 on the season. He's drawn a couple of walks. Batting .200. Let's see what he can do here. That one foul. A couple of plays to Horner at second. He's done well to remain calm in the pressure. Ooh, sinker on the inside corner. 0-2 to Berger immediately. Oh, chases the high fastball, and Berger goes down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down in 3 consecutive half innings here. Over to the bottom of the second. And it will be Jose Ramirez, the American League MVP from last season. Unfortunately, he's not had the best start to the campaign here. 1 for 8. Chases the high fastball.
0-1.
Well, I suppose that's high to someone like Altuve. Probably just regular height for a lot of people. DeGrom only on his 15th offering of the game here. Another high fastball. Freddie Ferguson behind home plate. The 1-1 to Ramirez. Inside fastball. It's going to back him off the plate just a little bit.
Right
2-2. That one,
2-2.
according to the home plate umpires, judged in the zone. Freddie Ferguson, bit of a borderline call there, but that one's going to be hit by Ramirez, and Cody Bellinger with the grab. Kind of a low glove, that one. Was a bit lucky to come up with that, actually. That was a difficult catch to try to make, but he did so quite well. It is now over to Nick Castellanos, who is looking for his first hit of the season. Middle fastball. No hack from Castellanos. That will go as strike one.
No, that's
slider outside.
Ball.
And the fastball inside, 2-1 to Casti. Again, following Castellanos will be the left fielder Christian Yelich. Yelich, for what it's worth as well, also 1 for 7 on the season. Low slider, swung on and missed for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's one of those pitches that you got to kind of commit to swinging at, even before you recognize that it's a bad one. 2-2 the count. Inside changeup. That's going to potentially back him off the plate a little bit. I expect this next one to go outside. Castellanos, will he commit to it? And the answer is yes. High fastball gets him to chase, and Castellanos goes 0 for 7 to begin the season, as he'll strike out here. Jacob deGrom is dealing for the time being. Christian Yelich stepping up now, 1 for 7 to begin the campaign. An extra base hit and a stolen base. Change up high middle for strike 1. If you're just joining us here, it looks like for the second consecutive inning, both sides will go down 1, 2, 3 in order. Unless just Christian Yelich do us a favor and change that. The 0-1. It's a low slider, swung on and fouled down the line. The 0-2 to Yelich. The inside fastball, Ferguson. Doesn't ring him up for that one. 1-2 the count. That one is going to be popped in the air, and that will be the third out as well. Both sides 3 up, 3 down to start the first 2 innings. After 2, still scoreless, still hitless. Believe it or not, both sides on a perfect game run right now. Batting next for the Red Sox will be Cody Bellinger. 0 for 6 to begin the season. See how he deals against Gray. This 20th offering of the game from Gray. Fastball high middle for strike 1 as Bellinger sits on it. Following Bellinger will be Wilyer Abreu, and then following after that will be the bottom of the order with Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers is the only player out of these 3 batters, as Bellinger's going to pop this one out to the first baseman. So that'll be an 0 for 7 start to the season for Bellinger. Ryan Jeffers is the only player out of those 3 that actually have recorded a hit this season. Wilyer Abreu 0 for 5. Jeffers is batting .330, 2 for 6, and an RBI to his credit as well. Wilyer Abreu stepping up now, as I've said. That one is thundered off the bat, but foul. Haven't had a lot of good contact today. That was some brilliant contact there for Abreu, just couldn't really get around it in time. The high fastball, he really chased it. He hit it pretty well, but does go also foul. Fastball fouled behind. No protective netting behind home plate here at Comiskey. Better hope those children in the front row are paying attention. That's all I'm going to say.
Ball.
Outside sinker, 1-2. It's always the people that aren't paying attention to baseball games that get hurt. That's just how it is.
That's a ball.
Low curveball, 2-2. 27th offering of the game for Gray. And the fastball, not even swung on. Abreu's going to watch it go past. That's another strikeout for Sonny Gray. His fourth of the game already. We're only in the third inning. Ryan Jeffers up to bat now.
Ball. 1-0.
Here's the 1-0 to Jeffers. It's going to be an inside sweeper 2-0. Following Jeffers, the top of the order with Pete Crow Armstrong. Actually appears to be one of the stronger hitters on the Red Sox right now. The sweeper's going to go low. It's a 3-0 count here to Ryan Jeffers. Has the opportunity to become the first base runner of the day for either side. And that will happen. It's a 4-pitch walk to Ryan Jeffers. I think that final one there was actually, I think a lot of umpires would have called a strike. But according to Freddie Ferguson, that does go down as ball 4. Pete Crow Armstrong now. 0 for 1 today. Runner on first. With 2 outs here in the top of the third. It's very much similar to how Game 1 started off between these two sides. Not much of the scoring was done until late in the game, and I get a feeling that's going to happen here as well. That one thundered foul down the first base side. And it's 0-2 to PCA. Check swing on the fastball high. And the 1-2. Pitched 35 for Gray. Another high fastball, 2-2. Two and two. That one a sweeper on the inside of the plate. PCA swung at it in the air, and that one's going to be caught by Torkelson, and that will retire the side. So Ryan Jeffers becomes the first base runner of the game. Still scoreless after 2.5. And stepping up will be JT Realmuto. 2 for 7 to begin the season. Got 2 doubles and a RBI to his name. That one smacked the foul. 30th offering of the game from DeGrom. Fastball on the outside of the plate swung on and foul. It'll be 0-2. JT Realmuto, Spencer Torkelson, and Nico Horner. The next 3 due up. High fastball taken for ball 1. Tell you what, whatever team wins today's game, those bats are going to have to come alive now, because I do not know which pitcher realistically is going to crack first. DeGrom, I would peg as probably the better out of the two. Sonny Gray, last season was a difficult one for him. I think, however, here, he has done a fantastic job so far, and I expect that to continue throughout this game. 2-2 the count to Realmuto. That one foul as well. He's really pulling it towards that right side. If any of these really get down, those could be base hits there for Realmuto. It's 3-2 here. Spencer Torkelson on deck. That one going to be hit up the middle, gloved by Marte on the jump. Oh, and I think that may go down as an error. No, it does go down as a base hit. Let's just have another quick look at that one. I'm not entirely sure. Was the throw not in time, or... Now let's just have a quick look at this one. That was kind of a slow dribbler back towards the mound. Marte gloves it on the backhand, has a bit of a jump, and throws to first. Oh, so realistically, that throw was going to be in time. I'm a little surprised they've given that a base hit, but it does go down as a base hit for JT Realmuto. Now, that'll make him 3 for 8 on the season. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that goes down as a base hit, but that's what the game has given us. So runner on first now.
That's in. Ball.
Batter's now Spencer Torkelson. Runner on first, nobody out. Torkelson 0 for 7 to begin the campaign. That's a good rip from Torkelson into the glove of Swanson, however, to Marte. Over to first, double play ball. Well, I tell you what, if that one found a gap, that was going to do well, but there's some good defensive positioning there from Dansby Swanson. Throws to Marte. Marte over to first. And that's some classic double play ball. That's 0 for 8 to start the season for Torkelson. Fastball high and away for Nico Horner. Now that'll be ball 1.
Nope, ball.
Fastball outside, 2-0. That one's going to be popped in the air out to Wilyer Abreu in left, and that will surely retire the side. Yes, it does. So a base hit there from JT Realmuto, but other than that, still scoreless after 3. Ketel Marte, Rafael Devers, and Alex Bregman, the next 3 due up here for the Red Sox. So Ketel Marte, 1 for 9 to begin the season. He's 0 for 1 today. Does have 2 RBI on the double that he does have to his name. I believe that was last game. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Sometimes I am. The 1-0. Middle fastball. Sorry, sinker. How Marte didn't correctly connect with that one. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. 1-1 the count. That one hit on the ground. That's going to get through for a base hit. So Ketel Marte gets his batting average back up to Mendoza. And that's the first base hit of the game here for the Boston Red Sox. Rafael Devers stepping up now. He's 1 for 8 to begin the season. Runner on first, nobody out. 40th offering of the game from Gray. It's a high and away corner sinker. That goes for strike 1. It's going to be an inside sweeper. Devers, the home run derby participant last season on behalf of Pittsburgh. Here's looking to the bullpen. Cam Booser warming up. Cam Booser has not had himself a good start to this season. The 1-1, that one foul. I don't necessarily believe that we're going to have a reason to see the relievers today. I really hope not. Both pitchers are very, very low in the pitch count. I do not think it'd be right for the relievers to come in. That does go as a strikeout for Rafael Devers. Some good pitching from Gray. And now it's over to Alex Bregman. And that one foul. On the fastball outside, that's going to thunder its way to the dugout on the right side. 0-2 to Bregman. High fastball, 1-2. I mean, you're going to be going into the 5th inning if you're Sonny Gray. Only going to be hitting, your 50th pitch of the game.
That's a ball.
I really don't see a reason to be bringing relievers in. Not today. 2-2 the count. I mean, unless he gives up a home run here or something. Well, that one hit on the ground. That does get through for a base hit. I don't want to say commentator's curse, but you got to think that has not helped it. That's actually going to put Bregman at even 333 to begin the season. He's actually had himself a halfway decent season at the plate to start. Dansby Swanson stepping up now. Swanson 1 for 8 to begin the campaign. Runners on first and second with 1 out. So double play ball still kind of in effect here. Oh, and that's a tough call from Freddie Ferguson behind home plate. That looked in the zone to me. And I think Swanson was expecting to have to argue with him about a call there. Instead, it's actually gone his way. The 1-0. And the fastball foul. '51st offering of the game from Gray.
Ball.
It's a low sinker, 2-1.
2-1.
That one, if it gets down, could be helpful, and yes, it does get down. So, the bases will be loaded here for Boston. With Jake Berger stepping up to the plate, Dansby Swanson. Gets himself a base hit there, a little bit of a blooper. Oh, and they're going to take off Sonny Gray. Don't put on Cam Boozer. Well, they put on Justin Anderson. Well, as soon as I said Sonny Gray was having a good game, well, he was, but the bases have been loaded, and I think that is reason enough here to be putting on a new pitcher here in the top of the fourth. Jake Berger stepping up. Anything hit to the outfield will surely result in runs being scored. First offering from Anderson. Slider's going to find the outside edge for strike one. That'd be a huge moment for Justin Anderson if he's able to escape the inning unscathed. The woes seem to continue for Sonny Gray. Of course, remember, any of these runs here that may score do go against Sonny Gray. Slider inside 1-1. As we said, Berger 1 for 6 to start the season. And that one tipped into the glove, 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
1-2 to Jake Berger. That one hit on the ground left side, gloved, thrown to second, thrown to first. That is not going to be double play ball. What that is, it's a fielder's choice, but Jake Berger will score Marte, and that will give him his first RBI of the season. Difficult one there. Ramirez got it over to second, so that was a good start to the play. I actually kind of thought Swanson may have been safe there. I actually kind of want to go back and have a look at that really quick, because I'm almost fairly confident that Dansby Swanson was supposed to be safe at second right there. That would have been unbelievably detrimental. So let's see. Gloved by Ramirez, thrown to... Oh! Well, Swanson's definitely out, but by the thinnest of margin. Swanson out at second, Berger well safe at first. So that is an RBI fielder's choice for Jake Berger. Cody Bellinger stepping up now. 0 for 1 today, runners at the corners with 2 outs. That one hit in the air out towards left. Christian Yelich, does he get to it? Yes, he does. 0 for 8 to start the season for Cody Bellinger. Well, Sonny Gray allows the bases to be loaded. Justin Anderson only allows 1. Trey Turner, Ronald Acuna, and Corbin Carroll, the first 3 due up here. DeGrom remains on the mound, only his 42nd pitch of the day, fastball outside. Aroldis Chapman, who had a great game in Game 1 of this series, despite walking in a run, was able to stay on and do his job to end the game. As the White Sox had the bases loaded in that game as well. They'll check down over to first. And the first base umpire is going to say he went around. So it's 1-1 the count. Yeah, a bit of a tough call, that one. I don't think I agree. 1-1. Oh, kind of hanging a curveball there. DeGrom is lucky Turner didn't come up with that one. Another hanging curveball. That one is going to be into the glove of Cody Bellinger. Bit of a reach for him there. Was able to make the grab. Ronald Acuna Jr., the next man up here for the Chicago White Sox. Looking for his first hit of the season.
That missed. That's a ball.
Low fastball for ball 1. One foul behind, 1-1. So I'm not entirely sure if that the run definitely goes against. I just want to peep this really quick. That run, I'm assuming, goes against Sonny Gray. Yes, it is. That earned run does go against Sonny Gray. Does that make him have the loss?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Or does it still go against Justin Anderson if the result holds? I want to say it goes to Justin Anderson, the loss. But the earned run does go for Gray. And the fastball finds the zone. Acuna goes down looking. 0 for 9 to start the season for Ronald Acuna Jr. Chicago just cannot find bat to ball these days. However, one person that potentially can is Corbin Carroll. That one foul. Well, the Comiskey fans not too pleased with this one. I wouldn't be either. Chicago, unfortunately, looking to go 0 for 4 to start the season. Is the 51st offering from DeGrom. Curveball, that one does get down. Corbin Carroll has a hit. And that'll put him up to batting .500 on the season, 8 for 4. Sorry, 4 for 8, you know what I mean. Jose Ramirez stepping up now, runner on first with 2 outs. Middle fastball, not swung on for strike 1. Well, if any person to produce some magic here, you'd have to think Jose Ramirez can definitely have a go in that. And the fastball on the outside edge called as strike 2. And the fastball looked on for Ramirez. He'll go down in 3 offerings. And despite getting a runner aboard, the White Sox still not able to get anything going. 1-0 Red Sox heading into the top of the 5th. On the mound for the White Sox will now be Tyler Gilbert. And it will be Wilyer Abreu stepping up here for the Red Sox. Abreu, as previously mentioned, 0 for 7 to start the season. That one is going to be popped into the air out to left. Oh! Where the hell is Yelich going? What? Huh. Well, that does go down as a double for Wilyer Abreu, but I'm not exactly sure what in the hell Christian Yelich was doing. That one wasn't even that fantastic of a hit, and what? We just get another close-up of Yelich again. What is he doing? Even Yelich wants to escape this game here. Probably making a run for the wall out and left. He's trying to escape. He's that one foul behind Ryan Jeffers, the batter. So what have we learned in this game? The White Sox struggling to hit the ball. Christian Yelich doesn't want to play anymore. He tried to escape out in left field. As that one's going to be hit pretty well over to the right side. That will surely score the run from second, and the throw headed home not in time. Ryan Jeffers has himself an RBI single. Pete Crow Armstrong now stepping up here, but what a game for Ryan Jeffers, putting in a run in a good circumstance here. That one hit on the ground left side. Thrown to second, over to first. Pete Crow Armstrong has himself a fielder's choice. Ketel Marte stepping up now. As we said, Pete Crow Armstrong reaching on a fielder's choice. Ketel Marte. There's a check over to first. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Pete Crow Armstrong taking off for second. It's a hit and run here. PCA will make his way to third. Ketel Marte gets himself a single. And the runner's now at the corners with Rafael Devers stepping up. Devers 1 for 9 to start the season. He's 0 for 2 today. Runners at the corners with one out. That one hit in the air, tracking out towards left. Christian Yelich will not escape the stadium this time. Into the glove. And thrown to the cutoff, thrown on down to home. That does go as a sac fly for Rafael Devers. That's his first RBI of the season. So that one does not go against Rafi. It's over now to Alex Bregman. 2 outs, runner on first. 3-0 Red Sox. Having the first 3 innings of this game go so quickly.
1-0.
And suddenly, Sonny Gray loads the bases. Justin Anderson comes on in relief, only allows 1 run. And Tyler Gilbert allowing 2 extra this inning. Bregman takes that one for strike 2. One foul. That one hit in the air pretty well, tracking out towards left. Christian Yelich back at the... Christian Yelich is attempting to escape again! The run will score. Alex Bregman has an RBI double because once again, Christian Yelich is trying to escape the ball field. What in the hell is happening with Christian Yelich? That guy just does not want to play baseball right now. Gus Varland stepping up here, but I feel like one more time we gotta see Christian Yelich is just doing something, man. I don't even know what to say to this. These are routine plays that should be being made. I mean, tracking. At this point here, you got to turn around and probably try to catch the ball. Instead, once again, Yelich decides to run. Again, what I think is happening here, Yelich is trying to scale the wall as much as he can. If you're just joining us, I'll wind this back for you. For the second time this game, a fly ball is hitting the air out to left, and Christian Yelich is trying to escape the ball field. Only by the time does he run into the wall and figure out that he can't jump the wall in enough time does he turn around and try to make the play. 4-0 Red Sox. Dansby Swanson stepping up, runner on second with 2 outs. Gus Varland, the pitcher.
Ball.
That is a situation I've never, ever seen before. In any of the Sims last season, any of the Sims this season, to this point. It's now happened twice in the same game. 1-2 the count. 1-1 the count. 2-1 now.
That's a ball.
That one's going to be popped into the air, and I think, yep, catch is going to be made. 4-0 Red Sox as we head now to the bottom of the 5th. Jacob deGrom remains on the mound. John Shamby and Chris Singleton pretending they're in the booth today. They just kind of show up and hang out for a little while and talk about baseball. They're not actually doing anything because we can't hear them.
1 ball, no strikes. Ball.
Two-0 the count. And the fastball inside, but it finds the zone 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Castellanos looking for his first hit of the season. That one smacked off the bat, but does go foul. Two to Castellanos. That one popped into the air out to very shallow left center. Catch is going to be made, and that'll be the first out. It's an 0 for 8 start to the season for Nick Castellanos. It's over now to Christian Yelich. This is the man that does not want to play baseball. He is getting a plate appearance here. 2 runs were scored today because Christian Yelich forgot to stop running the other direction. Can he have some pendants here and at least get a hit? Maybe a home run would be nice. Well, that one's actually a changeup. It's going to be judged inside by Freddie Ferguson behind home plate. DeGrom had some issue with that call, as I rightfully would.
Outside, ball.
Check swing the fastball outside 2-0. 62nd offer of the game on the way. And it's a 3-0 count now. JT Realmuto on deck. I tell you what, Realmuto, Torkelson, and Horner, the next 3 due up here after Yelich, could be promising for the White Sox. Well, that one's going to go for strike 1. Never swing at the 3-0 pitch. That's what they tell you. That's the unwritten rule of batting. Never understood why, but... Well, there's the walk. Christian Yelich makes his way to first. Didn't really want to think about swinging the bat, considering he didn't want to catch the other 2 pop flies over to him, so we'll take first. JT Realmuto steps up here. Runner on first, 1 out. Realmuto's doing quite well for himself. 3 for 8 to start the season, batting a cool .375. With 2 extra base hits and an RBI to his name. Might that be worth something here? Change up inside, 1-1. That one foul, although had that stayed fair, that would have actually been a great placed ball there from Realmuto. That would have troubled the play definitely over at second. DeGrom is going to check on Yelich at first. Yelich goes back in time. One foul. Count stays 1-2 here. Inside, 2-2. Realmuto 1 for 1 today. Swung on and missed for strike 3. JT Realmuto goes down on strikes. And the White Sox are down to their last out, down by 4. Spencer Torkelson, who is 0 for 1 today, looking for his first hit of the season as well. He's going to step up here. Checks over to Yelich at first. And inside. That's the first offering to Torkelson. 1-0 account. Following Torkelson will be Nico Horner. And then, if needed, at the top of the order with Trey Turner. That one foul. That one hit well, but it is going to go foul, and the White Sox down to their last strike. Jacob deGrom for his first win of the season. That one foul. It's inside. Reminder, coming up next, we got the game from the Field of Dreams, Miami versus Milwaukee. And Torkelson moves the count to full here as he'll take that high and away fastball. 3-2. Inside swinging and missing. Torkelson goes down on strikes, and the Red Sox take this one 4-0. Well, you'd have to think here that this one may have been down to Christian Yelich for getting out to play the game. Sonny Gray does go with the loss, as the Red Sox confirming the win of this series. They'll be looking for the sweep next time out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Field of Dreams. Game 2 of this series between the visiting Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. It was a very fun Game 1 between these two sides, and it's looking like it could be another one today, as both sides looking to make some moves here in the National League. Coming into today's game, Miami second in the National League, 2-1 on the season. Milwaukee looking for their first win, and they've got Tyler Glasnow on the mound to be able to help them do that. That is a massive advantage there, I think, for the Brewers to have such a good pitcher on the mound. We'll have to wait and see how this one shapes up here. So, leading off for the Marlins will be Elly De La Cruz. De La Cruz so far this season only a mere 1 for 8. So hopefully for his sake he can put together a good one here. First offering fastball on the bottom edge goes for strike 1. And the curveball low. And the inside fastball fouled behind 1-2. That one as well fouled behind. The 1-2 swung on and missed on the curveball. That'll be strike 3. And that sits down Elly De La Cruz. Great inning there. Great first plate appearance there for Tyler Glasnow. De La Cruz had nothing. It's over now to Bryan Reynolds. Reynolds batting .250 to start the season at 2 for 8.
0-1.
Reynolds with a double and a RBI on the season. There's the 0-1.
That's
Not a curveball. Glasnow can't get Reynolds to hack at that one as he did De La Cruz. Fastball. Bottom of the zone, 1-2, as Reynolds will sit on that one. That one hit in the air, heading towards foul territory and into the glove for the second out. Here's the rest of the order then for the Miami Marlins. Batting next will be Manny Machado, Kyle Schwarber, the DH at the 4 spot, Jazz Chisholm, Gleyber Torres, Ryan McMahon and Ezekiel Tovar. Of course, we know that they're going to be replaced here by Davison De Los Santos and Nolan Jones. But potentially, could they get their first at-bats here? Manny Machado stepping in. Machado so far this season batting .285 with 2 RBI to his name. 10th offering of the game from Glasnow. And the curveball is going to go low for ball 1.
That's ball 2.
And a high fastball. It's called out of the zone there by the home plate umpire. That was definitely in. Well, a controversial call here already. 2-0. That one is hammered, but it will go foul. Two and 1 to Machado. That one fouled behind as well. So 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Thrown down to first, and Machado will go down on strikes. So a 1-2-3 inning there for Tyler Glasnow at the mound. Bo Bichette, Bryce Terang, and Mookie Betts, the first 3 due up here for the Milwaukee Brewers. On the mound for the Marlins will be Garrett Crochet. Played in Game 2 of the series versus the Atlanta Braves. Actually, for what it's worth, played pretty well. There's a line going across his face for some reason. And here are the defensive substitutions. As we talked about, Davison De Los Santos takes over at first, and it will be Nolan Jones taking over in right. Here's Bo Bichette to lead things off. Bichette 1 for 9 so far in the season.
Ball.
And a low fastball there. That one hit on the ground to the left side, gloved and thrown to first, and that will be the first out. Good play there from Manny Machado at third. Here's the rest of the order for the Brewers. Coming up next, Bryce Terang, following Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker at the cleanup spot, Josh Young batting 5th, Christian Walker 6th, Alvarez 7th, Adley Rutschman batting 8th, and Yandy Diaz batting 9th here for Milwaukee. A team that initially, I tell you what, was looking pretty good in Game 1 of the series, and, well, unfortunately for them, it just didn't quite end up that way. Let's see if Bryce Terang can continue leading the charge here for Milwaukee today. He's batting .333 on the season, 2 for 6.
Ball.
Low cutter, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one gobbled up by De La Cruz, thrown to first. That was a difficult play to be made there for Ellie De La Cruz. Well done on that. So Mookie Betts stepping up now. Mookie Betts 0 for 8 to begin the season. It has not been a good start for him. That one hit in the air out towards left, and that will be into the glove of De La Cruz. And on only one pitch, that'll be the third out. 3 up, 3 down for both sides. It's over now to Kyle Schwarber, Jazz Chisholm, and Gleyber Torres. Schwarb's 1 for 7 on the season. Have to wait and see if he can improve here. First offering, fastball outside. And that one foul. Check swing on the high fastball, 2-1 to Schwarber. Again, following Schwarber will be Chisholm. And the inside fastball, 3-1 the count. Chisholm batting .600 so far this season, 3 for 5. As that one's hitting the air pretty well from Schwarber. Oh, but it's going to trickle foul. That one would have absolutely had cleared the wall if it was kept fair. Count is full. That one's going to be foul behind. Well, check swing on the high fastball, but Schwarber is going to look at strike 3 there. And it is now over to Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm with a home run, a double, and 3 RBI on the season so far in the 3 games that he's played. He has been red hot here. Arguably one of the hottest players in the National League. Well, the first offering is foul, 0-1. There's the 23rd offering from Glasnow, the 0-1. Well, it's a high and away fastball. Eric Summersgill behind home plate. There's no way I'm going to remember that one. They couldn't have gave him a basic name. Freddie Ferguson's pretty basic. Gary Simmons. No, it's Eric Summergill. What are we doing here? 1-2 the count, as that one's foul. You're going to give me false umpires. At least give me one so I can remember the name easily. Chisholm's going to go down swinging. That'll be the second out. Now over to Gleyber Torres. He was the Golden Glover last season for Detroit at second base. He comes up here into Game 4 of the season batting 1 for 6. Wasn't always known for his batting prowess last season with Detroit. Nearly had the walk-off to send the Tigers to the World Series. It was about 7 feet outside the pole and right. And that was the last at-bat he's had where he's looked as comfortable. High and tight fastball there. Swung on and missed, 0-2. 28th offering from Glasnow. That one's going to be in the dirt, but the slider foul. Torres a bit lucky to have fouled that one off. Realistically, that's done him wonders to keep this alive, 0-2. That's going to back him off the plate.
2 strikes.
Whoa, watch it, he's saying. '30th offering of the game from Glasnow. 1-2 to Torres, outside.
Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
That one hit on the ground left side, gloved and thrown to first, and that does retire the side. So once again, 3 up, 3 down for the Marlins. Kyle Tucker, Josh Young, and Christian Walker. First 3 due up here for the Brewers. Kyle Tucker 0 for 6 to begin the season. Has not been the best of starts for him. Although simultaneously there are plenty of other players that could say that same sort of thing. The first offering, the fastball, is going to be low. And the changeup rather off the plate there, but according to Summersgill, that one has gone for strike 1. That one hit on the ground left side, gloved by De Los Santos, flips to Crochet, and that is the first out. Good play there from Davison De Los Santos and Garrett Crochet as well. Always good to see some good camaraderie there and some good routine 3-1 putouts be made. Josh Young stepping up. He's doing quite all right for himself. 2 for 5 to start the season. Couple RBI, 3 of them actually, and a home run to be said for that as well. 0-1. That one rocketed, nearly taking out his third base coach on the side. 0-2. O2 pitch from Crochet, inside sweeper, swung on and missed wildly. And that'll be the second out. Christian Walker up to bat now. Walker 0 for 5 to begin the campaign. Let's see if he can do anything here. This is only the 13th offering of the game from Crochet. Whereas Glasnow in the 30s. That one's foul. The 0-1. The high fastball swung on and missed. 0-2.
0-2.
That one hit on the ground, glove, fantastic, and thrown to first. That was a great play there, in fact, by the third baseman of Manny Machado. Davison De Los Santos, Wilson Contreras, and Nolan Jones. Davison De Los Santos 0 for 7 to start the season. First offering from Glasnow, that one foul.
I got
Outside.
a ball, 1 strike.
Middle fastball taken for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Into the dirt, swung on and missed. And De Los Santos will be thrown out at first. Wild swing there as that one was in the dirt. Second time today that Tyler Glasnow has fooled the batter by throwing a kind of a low one like that. Wilson Contreras stepping up now, 1 for 7 to begin the season. Does have an RBI to his name. Swung on and missed. Outside curveball.
0-2 is the count.
Despite the noticeably higher pitch count, Tyler Glasnow is dealing. Does it stay that way? Slider high and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
So the dude just standing up there in the front row, blocking at least everybody's view behind him. That one hit pretty well off the bat, but does go foul. 40th offering of the game from Glasnow on the way, 1-2 to Contreras. And the high fastball, 2-2. So Glasnow is handling these batters really well. The only worry is he's quite high in his pitch count already here to start. If this stays a close game, and he allows anything more than, 2 base runners in that, 4th inning, maybe even 5th inning, he could be looked at as getting relieved here. That would be my sort of thing. We saw that with Sonny Gray versus the Red Sox just a moment ago. Contreras, that one on a frozen rope over the wall. And Contreras will have a home run. His 2nd of the season. Wow. Absolute frozen rope out to left field, and Wilson Contreras puts the Marlins on the board. That one barely even made it in the air. That's the sort of thing, if you hit it hard, you don't necessarily always need to hit it that far. And that's kind of one of those instances right there. Curveball in the dirt for ball 1. And that's kind of what we were worrying about. I was just saying that if Glasnow starts to slip here, every other batter he has faced so far, he has had a handle on. Now he allows a pitch. Now does he begin to let it slip here? That's got to be the million-dollar question. Nolan Jones will foul that one behind. Definitely got to worry about that. Especially these games, only 5 innings long. But thinking about making them longer, I'll be fair with you. Jones is going to... Oh, that's going to get down! Nolan Jones will have his first hit of the season, as Yordan Alvarez couldn't get the legs under him to be able to go get the ball. Out there and left. I mean, that is a wild mistake, realistically.
He's in there.
He's going to check over to first. Jones is back in time. Ellie De La Cruz now. That's the first hit of the season for Jones. De La Cruz, a hit here will bring him up to Mendoza at 2 for 10 on the season. How did Yordan Alvarez not find the legs underneath him to be able to go over and prevent that from being a hit? And the fastball outside. The 1-1. Jones taking off for second, the throw, and it is in time. Nolan Jones will be thrown out at second trying to steal. Great throw from Adley Rutschman, and that'll be the second out. 2-1 to De La Cruz. That one fouled behind. That one on the outside of the plate swung on and missed. That's a 1 for 10 start to the season for Ellie De La Cruz. But Wilson Contreras, good voice crack there. Wilson Contreras, his 2nd home run of the season, puts the Marlins ahead 1-0 heading into the bottom half of the middle inning. And it will be Yordan Alvarez. Now, we were just talking about him again. He made that, not even statistically an error. But you gotta say, probably should have made that catch. 0 for 6 to begin the season here, looking for his first hit. Garrett Crochet steps up. Only about to throw his 17th pitch of the game here. And a low zone changeup goes for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2, that one foul. That one foul. And the fastball on the top edge. Yordan Alvarez is going to watch that one go past. And that'll be the second strikeout of the game for Crochet. And it will now be over to Adley Rutschman. Adley Rutschman Batting .330 on the season, 2 for 6.
1-0.
Definitely has the ability here to get Milwaukee back on the board. Following Rutschman will be Yandy Diaz. I believe Yandy Diaz to have that sort of potential as well. He's batting .400 on the season. That one's hitting the air, tracking over towards right. Oh, and that one is going to go foul, 1-1. Tough break there for Rutschman. I definitely thought he had hit that one far enough. That one is going to be popped foul. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to get over to it. And so it's 1-2. High fastball gets him to chase, and Rutschman will go down swinging. Yandy Diaz stepping up now, 2 for 5 to begin the season, batting .400 with an RBI to his name as well. What could he do?
That's a ball.
Fastball top of the zone. Judged high by Summersgill. Behind home plate, 1-0 the count. That one foul, 1-1. That one going to be popped into the air. Davison De Los Santos over by the visitors' bullpen. And he does make the grab, and that will retire the side. So once again, Milwaukee can't get anything going. Brian Reynolds, Manny Machado, Kyle Schwarber. First three due up here for the Marlins. And on the ground will be on the mound will now be Joel Payamps. That's a bold decision now. I would not have taken out Tyler Glasnow after that inning. I really wouldn't have. Brian Reynolds steps up. Fastball high, 1-0. Koenig in the bullpen for the Brewers, up and moving around. But, again, that was a bold choice taking off Tyler Glasnow. I think that was ultimately a mistake there. He did have the home run given up. But Brian Reynolds, that one could even be extra bases. Going to bounce off the lip of the wall. Alvarez does eventually have it in his hand. But the runner makes his way to second. Brian Reynolds makes his way up to 300 on the season. And that's going to be a double. Can you fire your in-game manager? Yes, I have to agree. That was a terrible decision by him. Although, for what it's worth, Glasnow was about in his, say, mid-40s in the pitch count heading into this inning. I hate to say it, but that is the kind of logic that'll get you pulled in this game. Even we saw that with Sonny Gray in the first game between the White Sox and the Red Sox. Gray was, I think Gray had runners on, first and second? And he was pulled in, like, the early fourth inning. And that I just thought was a total mistake. Of course, by that point they were losing anyway. Those runs went against Sonny Gray. Of course, Christian Yelich made the errors out in the left. Manny Machado's going to swing and miss. Kyle Schwarber stepping up now. Yeah, I definitely think the in-game managers this season, it's a definitely difficult, but I will say this, just to play devil's advocate. No matter how much I do mess with the sliders, taking manager hook down, taking pitcher stamina up,
1-1.
the game does tell you in the sliders menu that situation is the dominant factor. As into the glove of Payamps, thrown to first. That is the second out. I think definitely, yeah. You can go ahead and sign relievers as you'd like. I have been considering, which I think I am going to need to do, expanding the roster size to allow 4 relievers. Now, obviously in 24, this wasn't a problem. Right? In 24, these guys were going to go the whole game whether they were winning or losing. That doesn't seem to be the case, so I think, unfortunately, that is something I need to do. That's something I didn't plan on having to do.
Ball.
But,
One ball,
yeah.
one strike.
I think I'm definitely going to have to start doing that here. I'll say this. This is going to be the last game of the series for you, as that one's going to be hit in the air out towards left. Again, Jordan can't get the legs under him. That is going to score the run from second. Jazz Chisholm is going to have himself a ground rule double with an RBI attached to it. This is what I'm going to do. This is the last game of the series here for the National League. I think following this, I'm going to open the roster size. I'm going to have to. I'm going to keep the sliders where they're at because for the most part they have been working. But I feel like now that's got to be kind of the way about it. That does make Chisholm 4 for 7 on the season. It has been quite a good season for him. And that's actually his fourth RBI of the campaign. Yeah, fourth RBI of the campaign for Jazz Chisholm. His second extra base hit.
Runner.
Throw in the dirt, taking off for third. Chisholm is going to be safe. Wow, and you don't often see the runners take off for third like that, but Jazz Chisholm absolutely has. Into the dirt he goes. And yeah, runner now on third. Gleyber Torres is the batter. Ray, I can't promise you first dibs, mostly because I don't think it would be fair to. However, you do have the freedom to go in and sign and drop whenever you'd like. So if that's a move you do want to make, yeah, go ahead and do it.
We got a full count.
Count moves to full. Davis and De Los Santos getting ready to step up here. De Los Santos being subbed on as the first baseman after the game, not appreciating. Nah, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's fair. Come on now. I appreciate you asking, though. Swung on a miss, strike 3, and Gleyber Torres has had a horrid start to this campaign here. That'll make him 1 for 8. And the Marlins do score a pair in this inning. As we head now to the bottom of the fourth, the Brewers still looking for their first hit of the game. But, however, what I will say is this. If we do know anything about the Milwaukee Brewers, is that if we looked at Game 1 of this series, they did have the ability to make it interesting very late on. That is absolutely true. According to Eric Summergill, that one is going to be judged high. Bo Bichette, 1 for 10 to begin the season, as that one's going to be hit in the air out towards left center. And Chisholm's going to be getting under that one. And unfortunately for Bo Bichette, the woes keep getting even greater for him.
Now back, second baseman,
Bryce Terang stepping up now. He's 2 for 7 to begin this season. Couple of stolen bases in RBI for him. He's 0 for 1 today. That one foul. That one foul. Oh, and 2 for Terang. And that one's going to be foul as well. So Bichette, Terang, and Betts. The first 3 due up here for Milwaukee as Terang is going to swing through that one in the dirt, thrown down to first. And that is the second out. So, let's just take stock here. Out of the first 3, Bo Bichette batting .09, Terang batting .250, and Mookie Betts is 0 for 9 to begin the season. Yeah, that's not ideal, I'll admit. Milwaukee, I will say this about Milwaukee. The 3 out of the 5 players on the Milwaukee Brewers with a registered hit to their name this season also have an RBI. Or 3 if you're in the case of Josh Young with his homer in Game 1. That one foul. The only problem is, again, 4 additional players in the Milwaukee Brewers have yet to record a hit this season. Mookie Betts being one of them. That one foul behind 1 and 2. Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez. Sorry, 5. Mookie Betts, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez, Christian Walker, and Mark Vientos does... no, he doesn't. Thrown down to first. That's going to be an 0 for 10 start to the season for Mookie Betts. Vientos actually hasn't had an at-bat this season. I don't know why I have him written down there. Davison, De Los Santos, Wilson Contreras, who had the homer earlier on, and Nolan Jones due up next here for the Miami Marlins. And it will be Nick Mears taking the mound here for the Brewers. De Los Santos 0 for 1 in today's game. Looking for his first hit of the season, 0 for 8 to begin the campaign. And the fastball, 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
0-2.
Swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 swings, 3 strikes. Nick Mears has his first strikeout. But now is the difficult part. Wilson Contreras batting .250 with 2 homers on the season. Oh, could Nick Mears do something with that? Let's find out. That one foul. Oh, and 1 to Contreras. That one's hit pretty well, tracking towards the warning track. Bats at the wall, does make the grab as he pretty much falls into the wooden barrier out there. However, that is the second out. So Nolan Jones stepping up now. Nolan Jones has his first hit of the season earlier in this game. Remember, that was kind of a soft fly out, should have been out to left. Yordan Alvarez could not, for the life of him, get the legs under him to be able to go over and catch the ball,
0-1.
which is the result of that. So, unconventional single for Jones, but he does have it. Tell you what, for what it's worth, Nick Mears is
That's
on the
outside.
fastball outside. The first signee waiting to be put in, already typed up. So I'm going to say this.
That's
I still
0-1.
have 2 more games to record after this one, which is Game 3 of both the Blue Jays Mariners and then Red Sox White Sox. If you want to add him now, in exchange for dropping somebody else, you can. You don't need to wait. If you want to wait and have him be one of your first slots there, you can. That's fine. Nolan Jones is going to swing and miss. That'll make him 1 for 7 to begin the season. Totally up to you. Just my suggestion. Bottom of the 5th on the way. There will be Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, one of the 4 additional batters in the Brewers lineup, still looking for their first hit of the season. He's 0 for 7.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Garrett Crochet, by the way, for what it's worth. Actually, can we just have a quick look at the box score? Yeah. Pretty sure Garrett Crochet might be on for a perfect game here. Yeah. Garrett Crochet, 3 outs away from a perfect game. Potentially, at the very least, a no-hitter. Let's see what Kyle Tucker says about that.
Ball 2.
Fastball low.
2 balls.
That's fair.
No strike.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that. All right. Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Aye.
2-1 to Tucker. Fast cutter on the top edge. He's called worse than that already today. Eric Summersgill. 2-2. That one in the dirt. Count moves to full. Josh Young getting ready to step up here. For what it's worth, he's batting .333 on the season. That one is going to be foul. That one popped into the air. Manny Machado racing over to it. And that one, unfortunately, is not going to be able to make that grab. Can I send you who I'd like simply because it may be worth?
That's ball 4.
Honestly, yeah, that's fine. I know you have been walking. There goes the perfect game attempt there from Garrett Crochet, as that one's going to be ball 4. That's the first base runner of the game allowed from Garrett Crochet and the Miami Marlins. No hitter still in play, but Josh Young stepping up here. By the way, for what it's worth, Josh Young absolutely has the power He's got a home run on the season already and 3 RBI. He could tie this game up. Middle fastball. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Ray, you can absolutely send me the list, yeah. As that one is foul. It's for what it's worth. I do not know your work schedule. However, check swing. He's not going to go around. I do not know your work schedule. What I will say is this: I'm absolutely looking to have the other. No, that's fine. You're not being difficult at all. I totally understand. Not difficult whatsoever. Most likely going to be filming those next 2 games tomorrow. 3-2 offering to Young. He's actually going to watch that one go. Slightly uncharacteristic there.
The first baseman, number 8.
So now over to Christian Walker. Send me the list anyway. If you find that this weekend you are free enough to be able to put those in there. I do not know your work schedule, so be that as it may. Just let me know if you are going to be around this weekend so that we can do that. Because again, as I said, I'm probably going to get the other 2 games filmed tomorrow. This weekend will be nothing. And we'll probably start the next games on Monday. That one hit down the third baseline. That's going to find its way fair. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I would doubt that would score the run. That one's going to actually hold the runner at first and second. But Christian Walker is going to end the no-hit bid there for Garrett Crochet. And by the way, that's his first hit of the season. All right, sounds good. Garrett Mitchell going to be brought on as the pinch runner here. Yordan Alvarez. Alvarez looking for his first hit of the season. One swing of the bat, and, well, the Brewers could win this game, realistically. Fastball high. The 1-0. And the low fastball 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
The count to Yordan Alvarez. Adley Rutschman to follow. That could be big. Cutter on the inside edge, 2-1. Jeremiah Estrada warming up in the bullpen for the Marlins. I believe he played at least one of the 2 games against the Braves. Could be wrong. 2-1. That one's going to be popped into the air to very shallow left. And the catch is going to be made. So, realistically here, this has got to be do or die. Adley Rutschman, 2 for 7 on the season, no extra base hits, no RBI, no home run. It's do or die here. Well ahead of the first one. Great changeup from Crochet. It's 0-1. And the outside sinker, 1-1. Inside cutter, 2-1. With Yandy Diaz in the on-deck circle. I do not think Crochet wants to load the bases. Rutschman's going to hammer that one. That one is heading out towards the wall, but it's not going to go far enough. Brian Reynolds makes the catch, and that's ball game. The Marlins take both games from the Field of Dreams. Garrett Crochet with a fantastic game on the mound, and the Brewers' woes at the plate continue. That'll do it for us here. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you for Game 3 of both Mariners Blue Jays. Dreams were crushed. That was funny. Be back for Game 3 of Blue Jays Mariners and Red Sox White Sox.